guys, it's Sam, and this is my spoiler-free review of The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. This is an adult book, but I'm not really sure what genre to put it in because the world is kind of like a future world, but it's not dystopian. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It feels fantasy-ish in a way, but there's not really magic. So basically, the world is mostly covered by water at this point. And so there are two different kinds of people: the landlockers who live on a little bit of land that's left over, and the damplings who live at sea on boats and stuff. We have two main characters that we follow. One is Callanish, and she is a gracekeeper. She buries people at sea, but she herself also lives on land. Then we have North, and she is a circus performer on a circus boat. So she is a dampling, and she lives with her bear because she performs with her bear on this boat. And we follow their stories and how their stories eventually intertwine. So first, let me talk about the world building. I really enjoyed the world of this story. This story is very atmospheric. It feels misty, it feels damp, it feels cold, and that you're not quite comfortable, but you also kind of are. That's how the writing in the world felt to me. The way this cover looks is how I feel like the world looks in this story. So even though this is our Earth in the future, it's very different. There are different words for things, there is different rituals, and the religion has changed a lot. I really enjoy when religion is added into stories, especially when it's a fantasy or dystopian, futuristic, any of that kind of thing, because I feel like religion is such a huge part of culture, and so when you see how religions are changing and how it kind of works, it's really interesting to me. So in here, the religions are very much more naturalistic, and we kind of revert to religions of the past in a way, and kind of focusing on multiple gods and kind of forest gods and water gods and stuff like that, and I found that really interesting, a really good part of the world building. Next, let me talk about the characters. So the two main characters, like I said, are Callanish and North, but we also get multiple chapters from other different characters, but they only come in for one-shot chapters. But I really enjoy that element, so you do get a well-rounded story, and you get how these characters are affecting North and Callanish in different ways and their point of views, so I really enjoy that. We get multiple point of views from Callanish and North. So Callanish as a character I really enjoyed. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy her at the beginning, but I think she might have been my favorite character. I really enjoyed her growth throughout the story and what she was dealing with. But I also did enjoy North as well. She is a circus girl. I love circus performers and circus stories, so her points of the story were also really interesting. I love circus books, and this definitely has a very big circus element. So the way that she interacted with everybody on the circus boat and what was going on there, and circuses are always a dramatic area, and so she had a lot of things going on, and I really enjoyed her story. I also found all the side characters very rich and very complex characters as well. There are multiple antagonists in this story, but also not. I feel very similarly to how I felt in the Night Circus, where the antagonists were antagonists. They weren't villains. They were complex people, and I really enjoyed that, where these people, they aren't good and they aren't bad, and you don't like them, but you don't really hate them. They were just people. As far as the plot, this is definitely a slower book, but I personally really enjoyed that. There's a lot of focus on the characters and the development of the characters and their stories. That's something that I personally really love. It's definitely a story about a snippet of time with these two characters and how their stories intersect. Towards the beginning, I was wondering kind of where is this going and what is the end game for this, but at the end, I really enjoyed how everything was wrapped up. While I said things are wrapped up, there are things that are also purposely vague in here, and there are elements that kind of feel like a fairy tale, but a fairy tale that hasn't really been wrapped up completely. Vague, kind of open-ended endings for some things. One of the things I want to know from some of the people that have read this book is there is an element where I feel like there could have been some LGBTQ+ characters in here, but it wasn't exactly explained or laid out or anything, but there definitely was a feeling or a sense that I got that there were some LGBTQ+ characters in here. So if you have read this book, comment down below and let me know if you got that impression as well. But overall, I really enjoyed this story. I thought the world was very rich, that the characters are very real and complex, and I felt that the writing was beautiful. It was a very extremely well-written book, and I plan on picking up more by Kirsty Logan. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. So comment down below and let me know what you thought of The Gracekeepers. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!